Have you ever felt frustrated or attacked by target advertising? It can be hard to ignore since it's coming at you from all directions, including radio, TV, social media, blogs, and even hidden in advice columns. I think we can agree that for most of us, this is overwhelming and at times stressful. A constant buzz of messages and information surrounds us in our day-to-day lives more now than ever before. However, it's been my personal experience as a mom that predatory advertising methods hits parents a little more aggressively than the rest. My own mental health and well-being was weakened for a time, thanks in part to targeted advertising aimed at new parents. These feelings left such a scar on my heart. I knew I needed to investigate further and work through these painful and guilty emotions that exploded over my motherhood journey. Admittedly, I've always been a lady who loves a little research, so I remember looking for some great tips and tricks during pregnancy. There was a brief moment where I felt totally confident in my ability to parent, but as I read on, the clouded feeling of mom shame began to roll in. My emotions heightened over the steady accumulation of baby information. Even before I announced my pregnancy, I started to see ads for formulas, toys, and baby clothes take over my social media. Advertisements on TV started hitting me differently too. Pampers and Huggies waged wars on commercial breaks, and it didn't take me long to find myself fully consumed in everything infant retail had to offer. The once eagerly found pastel-colored promotions turned torturous. How is one to decide between a full-size crib or a bedside bassinet, a stroller or a sling wrap? The more items I saw, the more research I did, the more opinions I sought on what would be best for me and my new daughter. And it was a mad cycle of constant exposure, pressure to purchase, because every choice I made felt it was going to be a massive effect on my child's well-being. Have you ever dared to Google a parenting question? You will find billions of ongoing debates about everything from how your child eats to how your child sleeps. It's now a natural part of the experience absolutely no one asked for or deserves. It might have innocently started with, when should my baby switch to a front-facing car seat? And then one can fall deep down the rabbit hole of articles that will end with learning babies shouldn't even be kept in car seats. And now you're Googling more information, aren't you? Many moms like myself have spent long, endless days this way, piling on mountainous dread while they absorb very conflicting advice and guilt-inducing ads. I started to feel sorry for letting the chores pile up and not making organic meals, and these things had never bothered me before. I scrolled with amazement at how others juggled social media and mom life against the backdrop of a perfectly styled home. Then, in the wee late night hours after my disorderly day, I remember replaying in my mind all of the ways I didn't measure up. It was so hard to appreciate anything while I was constantly bombarded with recommended commodities we didn't have. As if motherhood isn't taxing enough on one's body and soul, the heaviness of this added pressure from advertisers and influencers could bring even the strongest of us to our mental breaking point. I wish this was the part where I told you when I became a mom a second time a few years later. I was smarter and wiser and wasn't sucked into this little side trauma of parenting. But even as a veteran parent, I felt obligated to buy into the latest baby trends. Now I'm raising school-aged kids, but I still get chills reflecting on how I felt as a newborn mom. Something that has came to me over time is a little clarity and sense that I now use moving forward as I try my best to navigate the onslaught of predatory ads that still come my way. Ironically, I returned to a career in advertising after having children. What I began to realize is that there's a lot of stock to be had in the idea of targeting to mothers what they could be and should be at a time in their lives where they're feeling completely vulnerable. It's a recipe for high return in marketing words. Generally speaking, what we have is a demographic that's desperate for help, hormonal perhaps, and likely sleep deprived. They aren't in good shape for making well thought out decisions despite their best intentions. It's a pivotal point where they feel the amount of responsibility and duty in their lives is magnified. The pressure to get it right is already there, so it's hardly any effort to reinforce that message in a product. Plus, welcoming a baby into your home brings about a lot of changes. Why not capitalize on that and encourage a new mom to make other transformations that would better their lifestyle? Choosing healthier or safer products would aid in the new goal of building a thriving family. Here's the real kicker, though. It's a 2 or 3 or 4 or more for one deal when moms buy into a new brand. Decisions moms make will influence their children, their spouses, and fellow mom community too. In fact, a study published in the European Journal of Public Health suggests that even grandmothers have a slight upper edge when it comes to influencing choices made by the generations that follow. So why not get a head start on marketing to the matriarchs now? Selling to moms is literally hitting the motherload. It's no wonder thousands of ads are designed to catch their attention daily. I'm a mom who has felt and held onto those unhealthy feelings stemming from all kinds of media. When I'm not being attentive, those feelings can still creep back in. If you are a mom, know a mom, or love a mom, I want you to understand how advertising plays a part in overburdening us. Many mothers are charged with making hundreds of small, seemingly insignificant choices for our families every day, and we make each one with care and consideration. With this knowledge, I hope many moms can join me in the hard work of making a conscious effort to separate emotions from the media we're consuming. We can also start unfollowing anxiety-inducing accounts, hitting unsubscribe on emails, or selecting the hide button for distasteful ads on Instagram. Unfortunately, targeted advertising is not going away anytime soon, but if we can all do our part to be objective and share in the mental load of making purchase choices for our households, I think I know some moms who just might appreciate it.